Hey everyone, welcome to the Clips channel. Did you know this isn't our main channel? Yeah, you should subscribe over and find our main videos and our streams as well. We also have a podcast that you can find wherever podcasts can be found, so explore the internet. See you there. Oh, it's going down. It's going down.
What? What's going on? Did you already click on cryo?
No, hoary boulder alert.
Ah.
Not only have the Archons returned to us, but a capable new comrade has joined the fold besides. The presence shall inspire us to even greater heights. But that's not what I care about. What about you? Here, brother. If Graha is skilled in all forms of combat, as they say, we must train hard if we are to keep up. No, that's not what I want to know. I want to know about you. They're smitten with the newcomer, the both of them. But I won't let him come between us. If he were to join us, on the other hand... There we go. It's getting good. All right, the most important story is going in the background there, so we're good. We're good. Everything's back on track.
Okay.
Yep, the source is back on track. Everything's good.
Oh, greetings, Val. Come to look in our friends. Rest assured.
It sounds a little high.
Let's do, I don't like Cryo being that high. It's more of a Tataru kind of thing. There we go. That's a little more. Rest assured, everyone is quite well. I've been keeping a close eye on them and have satisfied myself that they are in fine health. As a matter of fact, they're just about to convene in the Dawn's Respite to discuss how best to use their pent-up energy.
You sound like if Cryo was a transformer right now.
Let's join them, shall
we? Michael Bay.
It's a little digital.
Okay.
A little digital. Digital, get down.
Oh,
shit.
Look at them all. Oh, it's voice.
Now that we
I
have all
wasn't
settled
expecting
back
voice
in...
acting.
Ah! Okay, I missed the first line. I'll see you at the second line.
Ever since the Emperor's death, it's been one unsettling rumor after
wait,
another.
You talked way too fast. What'd you say?
I'll see you at the second line.
Truth of the matter.
Ever since
The stream is a mess. This stream is exactly what it always is.
Yeah.
A prudent endeavor. 'Tis of the essence that we establish the full extent of the threat, not least if it should prove that Xenos doth indeed orchestrate events from the shadows. In light of which possibility, I shall accompany thee on thy mission.
Seems very stern.
Be assured that thou shalt find me more a help than a hindrance. Thou requirest another to imbue thine ammunition, dost thou not?
Whoa, what's going down?
Little attitude.
Yeah.
This season on My Two Uncles.
It is the Dad Fights batch.
Assuming that's settled, there's something I've been meaning to look into as well.
Action.
Thank you for blessing this mess, John.
Oh, hey.
Welcome back, everyone.
Oh, welcome back.
I missed you.
Lise!
She got robbed on our wall of waifus.
I don't remember where she ended up.
B.
B.
I
You're
think
fine
I'm
now,
fair.
right? No more headaches or keeling over?
That's right. We're fighting fit and raring to go.
The famous Lise Hext, former Scion, and hero of the Alamegan resistance.
Oh my god.
He's such a fanboy.
Yeah. With all his Scion action figures.
I don't believe we've met.
He has all the energy of anyone in
Really?
chat talking about Yoshi
It's so easy to assume that all Archons are acquainted.
But then I suppose your fields of expertise are rather different.
Grahat here, at your service. I have read much and more about your exploits, Commander. It is a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance.
Likewise. The others told me all about you.
Lisa's an Archon? I thought her...
Do not be so sure.
They're not
Words
wizards!
scarcely do justice to the vital role he
But hers...
played in our victory in the first.
I'll pay attention.
A more dependable comrade one would be hard-pressed to find.
Stop being cute.
Oh, right. I did glance at the report.
Too cute as it
But
is.
I'd be lying if I said I understood half of it.
Also, Lise wasn't an Archon. That's
No,
why she had the fake mark that disappeared when Papalimo died.
Yeah, so Kryl said, I thought all Archons knew each other.
Well, that's
We'll come back to it.
lot to take in. Just to be clear, this means we're not heading for another calamity, does it?
Shorn of their unsundered master's leadership, what Ascians remain shall struggle to see their plans to fruition.
Oh boy, that's
And
a
though
famous
I
last
would ever
sentence there,
advise
Ariana.
caution, I believe we may rest easy for a time.
I'll take that as a yes. Even so, I don't know what to make of this business about Hydaelyn and Zodiac being primals.
Oh, yeah, I guess they told her everything.
A difficult truth to bear, yes. But at last we understand the nature of our adversary. And if there are no further calamities, neither will there be rejoinings, meaning Zodiac will never regain his full strength. Even so,
All of this sounds
as the
like
oldest and
the opposite will
mightiest of
probably happen by the
primals,
end of Endwalker.
he remains a force to be feared. Though his is a power born of the desire for salvation, we have seen the havoc it may wreak. And it falls to us to ensure that it is never again brought to bear upon this star.
Oh, come on, let me
But
see
tell
him
us,
again.
Lise, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit?
What do you mean? Isn't seeing my long-lost comrades reason enough? All right, there was one other matter. I have a message from the Alliance, and before you ask, yes, it's about the Empire. So, after Emperor Varys' assassination, it seems his cousin Nerva made a bid for the throne. The trouble is, he wasn't the only one with designs on it, and it didn't take long for a civil war to break out. And it's not just in the provinces. Early reports say huge swathes of the Imperial capital have been reduced to rubble.
Big design energy.
The Alliance will soon convene in Alamigo to decide on a course of action, and we were hoping you'd come along.
Well, as it happens, Urianger and I were
Oh, no,
just
you're
this
gonna summon
moment
Lakshmi
planning
again and
a
make me
little
fight
trip
her,
to
aren't you?
Garlemald. And we should be grateful for any advice the Alliance can provide on how best to make the most of our visit.
To Alamigo, then.
Why don't you go on without me? There's something I need to look into.
Ooh.
Oh, forgive me. You were just telling us. What is it, if I may ask?
I want to find a way to cure
Is
the
it Gabu?
temple.
It
Yeah,
better be
yeah,
Gabu.
I think she's gobbuing. She's gobbuing.
Of course. You think it may be possible to adapt the treatment you use to help those corrupted by the Sin Eaters?
I'm sorry, a cure for tempering? But that would change everything. Alizé, consider yourself uninvited. Go and find us this cure.
I'll do my best. I was hoping you might join
Lisa's
me.
like in a sitcom
Don't worry
and
if
everyone
not,
else is
though.
in Lord of the Rings.
I won't hold it against you if you'd rather attend a stuffy meeting.
I mean, I doubt our words are going to choose our adventure here. Has been the way so far.
I am very interested in what Alizé is putting down, so I'm going with option one.
Okay, I'll join you in that.
3, 2, 1, go.
I knew you'd say yes.
I'll come too. If you don't mind, that is.
Mind? I'm sure they would be glad of your company. Pray, enjoy your time together with your hero.
No. That's not... I mean...
Too late. Nope.
I simply thought my knowledge might be of some use.
I was there. I know what's said.
We shall be on our way then. Godspeed.
He is engineered in a freaking lab to be the cutest dude on Earth. Do you think he purrs if you give him a head pat?
That's a good, but that also suggests he shits in a box. So I don't know how deep the
Why?
I don't
Why
know how
would that
deep the
suggest that?
Katniss
Why does
goes.
that
You know.
suggest that?
I'm just saying, like, you
Why
can't.
would that suggest? Why is that the first place your brain
Because
goes?
he can't. I mean, he's a cat person, but you know, that doesn't make him have all cat traits.
He's bipedal.
We also don't know why cats purr, right? Or has that been discovered? That was always the thing when I was like a kid. Is, you know, we don't know why cats purr. We don't know why people sleep.
Why is that the first place your brain goes?
Because I was going for a heavy counter. Because we don't know.
You found it.
We don't know.
I was riding the cute wave.
Now we can go using anime logic. We can assume that his tail is sensitive because that's always how it goes. You pull the monster's tail and they go, "Why? Don't touch my tail." So, or the ears are really sensitive or something like that. That always happens too. All those things could be true. I'm looking for the important information here, which is why did Kryl say, "Really? It's so easy to assume that all Archons are acquainted." And Lisa's not an Archon, right? Is it?
No, but she was masquerading as one for a long time.
Yeah. So I guess so. Kryl is just not in the know that her Archon mark floated away.
Kyle watches too much anime. I agree, Izzy. I agree.
It's an excellent medium, and I enjoy it. And I watch it by myself, so I don't overthink it much. Okay. How's it? When I set out to save Haldrick, I think Gabu
There's no
was...
D in Haldrick.
Oh, you're right. Okay, Halric. I think Gabu was always at my back at the back of my mind. And having proved that the light corrupted are not lost, I am convinced that the same must be true of the tempered. Similar to those corrupted by Sin Eaters, the ether of Gabu's soul has been rendered stagnant. And though the root cause is different, perhaps the solution is the same.
This is by no means an unreasonable hypothesis, Alize, and it warrants full investigation.
If there's even a chance we can save Gabu, we have to try. But however much I'd like to race over to Limsa and set to work, there is no room for recklessness, not when a child's life is at stake. And I'm sure Beck Lug would remind us, we still know little and less about the soul. Any number of things could go wrong if we don't exercise due caution. And so, before attempting anything, we should learn all we possibly can about tempering. There's just one problem. Research into the condition has long since ground to a halt, and the combined work of many scholars involved doesn't exactly amount to a wealth of knowledge.
Not of the modern scholars, perhaps, but what of their ancient counterparts? I know the Allegans took a more than passing interest in the subject. And if what we seek is to be found anywhere, it would surely be at the Ethereochemical Research Facility.
Where they experimented on primals and their worshippers, yes? Good thinking. I've never exactly been there myself, but I did read the reports on Azus Law, which means we'll be needing an airship.
An airship, you say?
It was such a long onboarding.
Meet me at the northern banks of the Silvertear Lake. I've got a little surprise for you. Oh, and I'm prepared to travel.
And they're off.
And they turn and walk away. Alright, I like it. We're getting back into it. I expected to go to the meeting, honestly. I was expecting the slower ramp up, but I'm glad we're getting to the juicy bits with the tempering bits. Gotta go get some mud for the pig.
It would be a big deal to learn how to undo tempering. Fitchell, celebrating 1 year, said if voices seem weird, this was the first time actors were recording at home during COVID. Oh, I thought it did seem a little different. And I was trying to ascertain why.
Interesting. The only thing I really picked up on is that Yashtola's mood seemed different than everybody else's for the scene. But
I thought Alphino's mood seemed different. Like he seemed like super chipper.
Do they record in a studio together usually? Is that because that's expensive and that's normally not the case in most things. But if they have done that in the past, that's amazing.
She always have black sleeves?
Oh, I think it's a new outfit.
I give you the Bonanza. The Bonanza. The Scion's very own airship.
Wait, that's like one of your favorite words.
I use it. That doesn't mean I immediately recognize it.
Okay, all right, fair. Sorry.
I built her in a company project with help from our friends at the Rising Stone, and named her for the luck and prosperity.
Tataru, this is amazing. We'll be able to fly just about anywhere we want.
Our garments were impressive enough, but to build an entire airship, I see the annals did not exaggerate the many talents of the Scion's fabled coin keeper.
I'd also introduce myself as your pilot, except the training didn't go quite as we had hoped. But that's all right, because we've hired this capable fellow here instead.
Nero. Need be Nero.
Poor guy. Just shitting on him because he ain't Nero.
The Bonanza is equipped with a full complement of mana cutters. By the way, feel free to use them to get around Azizla. But enough talk, it's time to fly. All aboard!
I just want Nero in a car.
Oh my god, Kyle. It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna get the car. I'm sorry.
People have lied about other things when they're trying not to spoil.
It's not gonna happen. It's not happening.
Yeah. Pull up. Get in. Honestly, Sid would be jealous of the way that airship flies. Totaro has outdone herself. Anyway, here we are on Azizla, and Alphino did not do the scale of this place justice.
Alphino's report didn't do it justice.
I guess Alphino was on the ship, right?
Yeah?
Or was Alizé in Heaven's Ward?
They were like not talking and shit for a while.
Oh, was
remember?
she all mad and off somewhere? I don't remember.
Yeah, she was off on her own stuff.
Okay.
It wasn't really until Stormblood that Alizé was like a regular fixture in our adventures.
But she was off doing, like, I thought like the companionship they built at the end of Coils of Bahamut. I just don't remember. She was chasing Ascians? Oh, okay. Okay.
This appears to be Helix, which means we stand in the Alpha Quadrant. To the east lies the Beta Quadrant, and... Yes, I believe I have my bearings. Though this is my first time on Azizla, I do have some familiarity with the place, thanks to the records in the Crystal Tower. Unless I am mistaken, this path leads to an Aetherite, beyond which there will be an information terminal. I suggest we begin our search there.
Alright. No.
Sounds like me going to Sebring the first time being like, oh, I know this track. I played it in a video game.
I destroyed Greek mythology thanks to God of War, so, we all get benefits from video games.
I didn't, though. Actually driving a car with real physics in real life is a completely different experience.
Well, that's why you got to see the Gran Turismo movie, because it's nothing like driving a car.
Oh, nothing like driving a car. Nothing like driving a car. And here is the terminal. A moment while I search the archives for references to tempering. Rangers. Ah, there we are.
Iconic corruption and overview. That sounds promising.
Indeed. Let us see what this report has to say. Confound it. The contents appear to have been deleted.
No, isn't there something you can do?
Not from here, I'm afraid. But it may be that another copy of the report exists elsewhere. The question is where to look.
It says here the report was written by someone named Owen. It's likely that he kept a copy?
I would say it is a distinct possibility. Assuming he was a researcher here, he will have had quarters on the Habisphere. We can ascertain the details at Habisphere Control. Let us return to the Bonanza and avail ourselves. Yeah, you're right. My brain trips over it too. I want to go Boja. You're right, Cal. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Vengeance is mine.
You deserve none of my shit.
Excellent.
We will need them to reach our destination.
I forgot. You already have a suitable means of transport, don't you? No need to waste time accompanying us back to the ship then. We'll see you at the Habisphere.
Like a habitat, but Habisphere,
No,
I
it
guess.
sounds very Epcot.
Here at the Habisphere.
Here at the Habisphere, progress moves swiftly. It's such a bonkers area.
Epcot?
No,
Or
Asla. The Seventh Legion's still here. Maybe. Unless the ship's been abandoned.
Wait, what? Where?
Yeah, over here. Isn't that's the Garlean ship that that cool guy walked out of before he was killed?
Oh yeah, it is still over there. Yeah. Well, he's dead now. You can't. He's not try. It's just an abandoned car at this point. I bet if you go up to it, it has one of those stickers you see on the car that you've passed on the interstate too many times.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't have it much here.
Grahatia says, if the late Owen did indeed have a chamber here, the node will be able to tell us its number. It's time to node.
Noding.
It's a spirit Halloween now. So will the Star Wars Hotel soon.
Oh yeah, did they just give up on that? Anyway.
They're closing it this September. There, from what I recall of the layout, it should be somewhere in the vicinity of...
Warning. An executive order is precisely in or presently in effect. Entry to the Habisphere is not permitted at this time.
Foiled again. In all likelihood, the order would have been imposed during the Fourth Umbral Calamity, and I doubt it will be lifted in the near future.
Energy level critical. Returning to base for recharging.
Well, surely there must be some other way to gain access. Force, for example?
Ere we resort to that, I have an idea. Were we to send a surge of energy through yonder control mechanism, it should prompt the system to restart, releasing the locks. As for a suitable energy source, a concentrated lightning shard might suffice. Happily, I seem to recall that they are known to form at points of stagnant ether throughout the continent.
You seem to recall. Are you honestly telling me that it was in the records too?
I am. A report sent to the capital mentioned that lightning-aspected ether was prone to pooling on the continent, resulting in surges that interfered with equipment.
I mean, he's also like, what, 120 now and lived inside this crystal tower for a while?
Yes, I do look good for my age. Thank you, pal. A minor detail, I grant you, but in my role as caretaker of the Crystal Tower, there was no such thing as too much elegant knowledge. Besides, my studies helped me feel connected to the source, to home.
Oh, 324, give or take. Yeah, of course.
Because he's got his memories from his time on the from
yeah, exactly.
His future past.
Yep.
I must have explored this facility 1,000 times in my mind, but to finally stand here with the two of you, it is more exhilarating than I can well express. Now then, the lightning shard. If I may, I suggest we split up and search the beta quadrant. Oh, but beware of sprites. They all want to manifest there where the ether is stagnant. Sorry, hairball.
Now you're just showing off. We don't know that. We just agreed we don't know that. Now you're just showing off, which makes me think we should make a contest of this. The first to return here with the shard wins. What do you say?
Very well. It would be an honor to come third. There's something in my eye. I'm so sorry, everybody.
That also suggests he cleans himself with his tongue, which we don't know is true. He's gone anyway. Now we can have a real conversation. Me and the chat can really get in the deep about this. Oh, he's back. Okay.
Yes, he cleans multiple parts of himself with his tongue.
Yeah, well, that's how hairballs don't like just manifest inside cats.
But again, we get back to the conversation. Are Makote completely covered in hair?
No, I've seen shirtless Makotes.
We've also seen Y'shtola in pre-rendered cutscenes, and her face looks very much like typical human skin.
Yeah, no, I don't think they're secretly hiding a bunch of hair.
Kyle, I want to stand shoulder to shoulder with you who got shamed earlier. I, too, have not uncovered all of Azazla on my map.
Wait, someone shamed me about this?
Yes. Yes,
I guess
you missed it. But I'm letting you know now.
Yeah, well, it kind of gets into that, like, why we were saying we really feel like we've lived in Shadowbringers, because we've really done everything. Heaven's Word into Stormblood, we just kind of kept going, and it was...
Yep.
It was jarring to just be like, well, killed the Pope. Anyway, Azazla. Except for, like, where is it? Like, this guy, there's a triple triad guy who's a real jerk. I think he's, like, right around here.
Are you here? I'm fighting the sprites.
Yep. We did dig, but the Warring Triad was at the top of the same tower that you fought Gigapope in, so...
The Warring Triad's like the middle of the map. Like,
yeah.
and it's always in the same place. That doesn't make you explore at all.
Bravo! That was quite a show, adventurer. Why, the spectacle proved so enthralling that all thought of the prize slipped my mind.
Whoever this is, they must not be important because they didn't get a voice.
I appear to have forfeited our little race. Congratulations. The lightning shard is yours. Is it just Graha's use what?
What?
What? No dramatic entrance? You've changed? Why is this ringing a bell so much?
I don't know. I'm going to say that and just see what happens.
I'm going to act like I remember, but I know this has happened before.
Oh, Graha's just messing with us.
Graha's screwing around. Okay.
You remembered that? I didn't, actually. In my defense, I was caught up in the moment. It isn't every day you meet an honest-to-God's hero, after all. Well, the contest continues, so you had better hurry back. But one last thing. Thank you, Tuna. Val, for bringing me here.
What he did when you... Well, yeah, but, we've known each other a long time. Also, that's happened a number of times. There was that whole thing with the lady, the poison lady, the spy thing that happened. She's called, like, the Thorn or something like that, or the Rose, or... And then the Ascians like to do that, too. There's lots of people that like talking in disembodied voices. Ivy. Yeah, Ivy. The Ivy stuff.
Griffcat, thank you for the super earlier. Archon equals fantasy PhD. The tattoos prove the title are usually on the neck. Oriange's is on his cheek. Wait. No, it isn't.
Yeah. No, he does. What? It's like kind of around his face, right?
Or Oriange, not... Oh, that's why I'm getting confused.
Oh, you're thinking... Because we were talking earlier. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. No, he's like Post Malone. Oriange is a SoundCloud rapper.
Yes.
Lost how tired little money need a big boy. It appears Alice had no luck, so victory is yours. Congratulations. Now then, may I have the shard?
What is it that makes you so much better at finding things? What do you have that I don't? Interface and UI.
That is a question I, too, have asked myself on numerous occasions. I suspect we could both learn a great deal from Tuna and Val. And not only about the secrets of adventuring, but come, we should attend to our mission. Excellent. The system responded exactly as intended. We now have access to the Habisphere. Only one obstacle remains. The security system within. Should they be triggered, they could make life rather difficult for us. In light of which, pray leave the rest to me. If I'm right, my royal blood should allow me to venture in unmolested.
Assuming this place works like the Crystal Tower, yes. But if it doesn't, you'll be on your own. I want you to promise us that you'll get out at the first sign of trouble.
I promise. Wish me luck.
Nothing for it but to sit tight.
Ah, look at us.
Just looks like an endgame zone in like the 27th expansion. I'm sure this Owen fellow was very learned, but iconic corruption, an overview, sounds like a studium thesis. We all had to write one. Lest you wonder, mine was about the combat applications of ether. I'm nothing if not practical. Alphino was more philosophical. Of course. Political, I dare say it. He chose to write a lengthy discourse on our nation's duty to the world. A controversial subject, to say the least. He asserted that Charlane's knowledge should rightly be used to protect all life on the star, in direct opposition to the country's cherished policy of non-intervention. Being a leading member of the Forum, our father was not happy. At the time, of course, Alphino was utterly convinced of his views and would cheerfully argue to death with anyone who saw things differently. By which I mean, the rows were long. To be fairer to him, though, he since learned to be a little more open-minded. But deep down, he still holds fast to that one belief, and I admire him for it.
I should have liked to meet young Alphino. Oh, I guess there's an exclamation point. I should have been a little more jovial about that. For what it's worth, my thesis concerned the elegant civilization as depicted in folklore.
Oh, you're back. I didn't know you had attended the studium.
He has double tattoos.
But we don't know that. That means he's an Archon. The studium. But why doesn't Alizé have tattoos? The studium might be like middle school, and I think Archon is like college.
Okay. I didn't. A thesis was required to earn my Archon's mark. My peers at the Students of Baldessian convinced me to write one with the promise of unfettered access to forbidden tomes.
Sick.
Though I considered it no more than a means to an end at the time, I will admit it was gratifying to have my efforts acknowledged.
Good gods. An Archon's thesis. I shudder to imagine the work involved. But enough about that. Is this the fruits of your foray?
Yes. Owen's archive node. It was waiting for me in his chamber. A copy of his report still survives. It would be stored in this device. Shall we find out?
Bleep. Initializing. Scanning for registered users. User not found. To protect. Proceed as a guest. Please complete biometric authentication.
Proceed as a guest.
Bleep. Verifying. Blue. Authentication complete. Guest identified as a member of the royal family. I am at your most humble service, Your Highness.
It never ceases to amuse me. 'Tis but a pity the effect will not last forever. Sorry, I was stifling a burp.
Oh, I thought you were just struggling with the names I've never had to say aloud. Because I haven't. I did this off stream. Long ago!
Doga and Une said as much when they granted me this gift. But until such time as it fades, I shall use it gratefully. Search archive for iconic corruption.
Bleep. Searching. Blue. What item found? Iconic corruption. An overview. This report is locked by the author. Please state password.
Well, go on then, Your Highness. Tell the nice node the password.
The, Right. Let's see. Glory be to Alec. Password. 42069. Long live Emperor Zandi.
Blip bloop. Password incorrect. Please try again.
Capital P password. Confound it!
Come on now. Passwords are invariably short and simple. For instance...
The mischief music is playing.
Yep, mischief music. Password! With a capital P.
The reaction shot.
The notion that a password could be something so insane would be laughable were it not dangerously stupid. Furthermore, your conduct in the presence of His Highness is grossly inappropriate. Know your place, handmaiden.
Oh my god.
What did you just call me?
This escalated so quickly. Oh, shit. Courage!
I'm not doing courage.
I'm doing courage.
Alright, I'm going Wild Rose. We're all getting in on it.
Blip bloop. Password incorrect again. Be warned that any further inappropriate behavior in the presence of His Highness will not be tolerated.
Alright, that's it. I say we dismantle it and manually extract what we need.
Now, let's not be too hasty. A single misstep and we risk losing the report altogether. I believe this may be a task for Sid and his colleagues. If anyone can coax Machina into cooperating, it is them. Shocked, but happy. Come, let us bear the node back to the Rising Stones. And if Endwalker is more of just hanging out with Grahatia, I am already very okay.
Yeah, I like hanging out with the nerd.
Says the nerd.
Says the nerd, yeah, I like hanging out with nerds. I like hearing people be into stuff.
I should probably mention that I have yet to meet Sid since waking up. Rambros did send word to the Ironworks, but it appears our friend has been afield on urgent business. Nevertheless, I assure you, my proposal to seek his help is no pretext. However much I might look forward to seeing him again. Him and everyone. But come, let us be on our way.
Look at him. All but running. How sweet. Still, it wouldn't do to keep him waiting, shall we?
Dude Ruler super chatted earlier. Why are you asking this about Graha when you've had Y'shtola this whole time? Also, for the record, I think the Mikote would purr. I mean, yes, but Graha's so damn cute. You wanna pet him?
Yeah, and also Y'shtola doesn't really seem like the purring type, you know, unless
Where I feel like if I tried to pet Y'shtola, she'd break my hand.
Yeah, well, she's got those finger gauntlets, you know, and she can cut ya.
The finger armor, sir. You buy those at Spencer's.